After a breakup, have you ever wondered if a narcissist misses you or regrets the harm they caused? The answer might surprise you, because the harsh truth is they don't miss you in the way you expect. They don't yearn for the beautiful memories or feel remorse for the words that hurt you. Instead, if they remember you at all, it's only for the role you played in their life, like an invisible servant, always ready to cater to the needs of their enormous and insatiable ego. A narcissist, bluntly speaking, is a sophisticated parasite. They latch onto others, draining their energy, emotions, and vitality to feed their bloated sense of self. So, do they really miss you? I can confidently say, no, they don't. You might argue, but when I left, they seemed so hurt and begged me to stay. The truth is, their actions and words at that time were simply calculated to say what they knew you wanted to hear, all in an attempt to pull you back under their control. Don't believe me? Let me prove it to you. Number 1. They don't miss you out of love. Behind the strong, confident exterior of a narcissist lies an insecure and hollow inner self. They crave admiration and servitude but lack the capacity for genuine love or empathy. When they lose something, they do feel a sense of regret, but it's different from what we experience. We mourn the loss of beautiful memories and deep connections, while they regret losing a supply, a person who fulfilled their selfish needs. Like a child upset about breaking a favorite toy, they don't grieve the loss of you as a partner, confidant, or soulmate. They miss having someone to serve them, cater to them, and meet their unreasonable demands. To them, you were a servant, an ATM, or a source of entertainment, not a life partner. They need someone, anyone, who can temporarily fill the void within them. They can replace you instantly because, to them, everyone is interchangeable as long as their needs are met. True love and genuine care are luxuries they lack. This selfishness and self-centeredness prevent them from ever truly understanding the pain they cause others, let alone feeling real remorse for it. So what do they actually regret? Stay with me and I'll answer that for you. Number 2. What they regret is their time and energy. A narcissist's regret when losing you isn't about the departure of a soul, but the collapse of a project they had invested significant effort in. They are like skilled hunters, spending time stalking and studying their prey. Think back to your first encounters, when they wore that perfect mask. It's sad but true, they don't regret losing you as a person. They regret the time they invested in you. Let's be honest, narcissists are like predators, and to catch their prey they initially have to stalk, observe, and thoroughly study their target, you. Roll back the clock to when you first met them. How did they put on their mask? Did they expertly attack you with romantic gestures, shower you with compliments that made you feel like you were floating on air? Expensive gifts, fancy dinners, hours spent waiting outside your door because they couldn't bear not seeing you. They painted a dreamy world, one where the two of you were immersed in endless happiness. You felt like you had stepped into a fairy tale, where the prince and princess live happily ever after. Of course, you might say that if it weren't you, they would just find someone else, but that would mean starting over, putting the mask back on, getting into character again, and investing time to bring a new person into their orbit. Keeping someone is always easier than finding someone new. That's why they regret losing a servant in their life, a money dispenser, a helper, and someone who gave them all the attention and love in the world. They may appear remorseful and apologize, but it's only to keep you around because they've used you in ways they can't get from any other source. Don't dream of a genuine apology from a narcissist. The words they say to you now are just what they know you want to hear. Not born from true repentance, they might text, call, even write heartfelt letters, swearing regret and promising to change. I was wrong. I miss you. I'll change. Nonsense. It's all a charade. They're just probing to see if you'll take the bait and foolishly walk back into the same trap. The moment you nod in agreement, they'll show their true colors again. Their sole purpose is to drag you back to their bed, their home, their life, to continue exploiting, controlling, and tormenting you. Don't be fooled. Tears, pleas, promises, they're all fake. Stay strong and decisively cut ties with people like this. Number 3. Their ego is too inflated and distorted to acknowledge their mistakes. Perhaps in fleeting moments, they feel a twinge of guilt or regret, but it's quickly extinguished by their own twisted self-defense mechanisms. Narcissists are master manipulators. They will use every word and tactic to blame you for what happened. If you hadn't done this, or if we hadn't been together, they'll repeat these lines to evade responsibility and make you the victim of their own misdeeds. The harsh truth is, they don't feel remorse. Especially if you break the silence and reach out to them after the breakup, that's when any trace of guilt they might have felt disappears entirely. In their distorted worldview, your return is proof of forgiveness, confirmation that they were never wrong. The pride and massive ego of a narcissist form a fortress, separating them from reality. It traps them in a prison of arrogance, making it impossible for them to admit fault or offer a genuine apology. Acknowledging mistakes would mean lowering their ego, opening the door to shame. Narcissists fear shame more than anything, afraid of exposing the insecurities and weaknesses hidden beneath their dazzling facade. They lack the ability to confront this shame or handle it healthily. It gnaws at them like a monster, pushing them further into their proud shell and deeper into the toxic spiral of narcissism. This is why they can hardly offer a sincere apology or show true regret. Number 4. What should you do? Leaving a narcissist is like trying to escape a labyrinth filled with emotional traps. You enter with trust and hope, believing you're on the path to happiness, only to gradually realize you're stuck in a maze of sweet words and cold, harsh truths. Every step deeper into the labyrinth leaves you more lost, unsure of what's real and what's fake. Your mind is shaken and your heart bears wounds inflicted by none other than the person you loved and trusted most. The painful truth is, the narcissist does not love you the way you deserve to be loved. They don't see you as a person with your own emotions and intrinsic worth, but as a tool to serve their endless ego. Every gesture, every loving word seems to have an underlying purpose, to satisfy their needs and reinforce the perfect image they want to build for themselves and others. They care, but not about you. They care about how you make them feel special, powerful, and admired. Realizing this is the first step toward freeing yourself from the labyrinth. This is not an easy step, as your mind may still cling to the good memories and the moments when you believed your love was real. But remember, loving a narcissist is like trying to fill a bottomless cup. You will be drained, exhausted, and eventually left with nothing for yourself. Freeing yourself is not just about physically leaving them, but also about healing your soul, reclaiming your confidence, and recognizing your worth. It's a journey to learn to love yourself and to understand that you deserve true love. A love that is about understanding and empathy, not control or conditions. Step out of the labyrinth with courage and faith. knowing that ahead lies a path to genuine happiness. Happiness that doesn't depend on others, but comes from within. If you truly want to escape this cycle, here are 3 critical steps to follow. Step 1. End the relationship proactively. Don't wait until they abandon you or until the situation becomes unbearable. Take courage and end the relationship while things are still fine, even when they are treating you well. Why? Because ending things proactively allows you to regain control and takes away their sense of dominance. They will be shocked, confused, and unable to understand why you left when everything seemed fine. This delivers a powerful blow to their ego, forcing them to face the fact that they no longer have control over you. Taking the initiative also gives you psychological strength. You are no longer a passive participant in the relationship, but someone taking charge of your own life. This will help you build the confidence to move forward instead of being dragged down by feelings of rejection. Step 2. Stay firm in your decision. Once you leave, the narcissist won't accept it easily. They will use every psychological manipulation tactic to pull you back, from sweet promises and displays of regret to threats and punishment. In these moments, you must remain steadfast in your decision. Don't be swayed by words like, "I can't live without you," or blame-shifting statements like, "This is all your fault." Remember, these are just familiar tricks to spark guilt or hope in you, aimed at dragging you back into their web of control. Set clear boundaries, and don't let their words or actions influence your resolve. Remind yourself that any promises or remorse they show are just tools to keep you around, not genuine change. Finally, cut off all contact. This is the most crucial and difficult step. Once you decide to leave, the first thing you must do is sever all forms of communication. Delete their phone number, block them on social media, and avoid any opportunities for face-to-face contact. This doesn't just prevent them from continuing to manipulate you, but also gives you the time and space to heal and rebuild your life. Remember, cutting contact doesn't just stop with the narcissist, but extends to their circle, mutual friends, family members, or anyone who might act as a messenger between you and them. Close all doors they could use to re-enter your life. This isn't an act of hatred or revenge, but a way to protect yourself. Narcissists rarely give up their control easily, and they will exploit any opportunity to pull you back. Don't leave any openings. A narcissist may miss you, but not in the way you'd hope. They don't miss you out of deep love or appreciation, but because they feel the loss of the power and control you used to provide them. If they feel regret, it's often fleeting and overshadowed by their self-defense mechanisms, blaming you or justifying their actions. The important thing is not whether they miss you or regret their actions, but what you do for yourself. Instead of seeking answers from them, focus on healing your wounds, rebuilding your confidence, and opening yourself to new opportunities. Remember, you don't need their validation to feel your worth. Your life is far more valuable than any toxic relationship, and moving forward is not just an act of liberation, but a powerful declaration that you deserve true and fulfilling love.